Hi everybody, welcome to Big OGGIE World. Today you have me in the kitchen. Kelly isn't here, but I thought I would create a nice simple dessert, okay? Now I haven't been on the channel for a while, so I need to get back into cooking, and this is a good way to start. As I film this, we are nearly the middle of September, so although the sun is shining, it's getting a little bit cold out there, and we've got loads of autumnal fruits. Loads of plums, such as these, and our apple tree is nearly ready for our own apples, but we've got loads and loads of apples around about at the moment. So I've managed to get hold of a load of Bramley apples, but fallers, the ones that land on the floor from the trees. They were quite small. I chopped them up and I thought, well, took all the bad bits off as you do. Why don't we make a crumble? Because let's be honest, it's the autumn. Time for crumble. Yeah? So we're going to make a pretty simple crumble today. It's going to be Bramley apples, maybe some eating apples, and definitely going to have some plums in as well. So that'll be fun for that. But first of all, let's make the topping, okay? Now, I'm not a flapjack person. I'm not one of these people who are going to put in loads of oats and nuts, etc. So we are teaching you just a basic crumble. You can add whatever else you wish to do so, okay? Now, you can put all this in a food processor, whiz it up, whatever you want to call it, and you're done in a few seconds. But I'm the old-fashioned kind of person, so I'm going to do it by hand. So, get yourself a bowl. Get yourself some butter. All the ingredients will be listed below with all the amounts in, but approximately it's 175 grams of cold butter, which I've cut into cubes, and 275 grams of plain flour. Going to just rub these together, like we do a kind of pastry. Rub them together with your fingertips until you get kind of a breadcrumby consistency. So, come back in a while. It's going to take me a few minutes. But like I said, you can use a food processor, put this in if you want. Does it in a minute or so. Not even that, probably just a few pulses and it will be done. But I'm an old-fashioned boy. See you soon. Okay, so we've got kind of a wet sand, coarse breadcrumb consistency. Now, to that, I'm going to add just two things. Demerara sugar. I like demerara because it just gives that a little bit more of a nutty flavour, I guess, or deeper flavour. Also makes the topping a little bit darker. Talking of slightly nuttier flavour, although we're not doing a flapjack, I'm going to put in some ground almonds, just 50 grams. Going to stir all those through, and then once that's all mixed together, we'll put this to one side and we'll get some fruit. There we go. Now, get yourself a decent sized oven dish. This is probably not going to be big enough, but in here I've got a sizable amount of Bramley apples. Measurement wise, we're probably going to say about 1 kilo, okay, of an entire fruit. I've already peeled these. I put them in some orange or lemon juice to stop the browning, but obviously we're still going to get some. Now, just going to have some of these apricots, have some of the plums, put those on the top, then we're going to put the topping on, okay? Give me a couple of minutes. Okay, so our apples are in. Our plums are cut up. I'm going to put just about a teaspoon of cornflour. Now, the reason is I've added a tiny bit of orange juice into these apples, just a little touch, not a lot, half an orange maybe. And this will help to obviously thicken that as well. Now remember, this looks like a lot of fruit, but these are Bramleys. Bramleys will go down to nothing, as we know if you do this for an apple pie, etc. So not worried about that. You're going to get the plums. There's some of those on. So hopefully these will sink in and it'll become more of a plum crumble with an apple base. There we go. Good. Now to this we're going to add some sugar. Now if it was just plums, I'd probably put in about 50 to 70 grams of sugar in. Going to add about 130 because, quite frankly, the Bramley is going to be really sour. Let me go back. I'm going to put a couple more plums on there just to really plum this out. Is that a word? Okay, so I'm happier with the plum part of this now. There we go. So I'm going to sprinkle this sugar all on. I've got a mixture of soft brown here and some golden custard. Use whatever sugar you've got, but I just quite like the golden one because it gives that kind of slightly caramelly flavour. I'm using plenty of sugar because Well, one, Kelly is not really into sour very much, who is, but also this really will need some sweetening up. So, there we go. Lovely. Perfect. Pop that in, don't hide. There we go. Now, it's going to get our topping. And again, just basically, but it's a crumble, drop this all over. Big lumps of it, small lumps of it. It doesn't matter, just pile it on. Large pieces, high mounds, small mounds. Just get it in. Make a bit of a mess, that's fine. It'll all be tidy in the end. There we go. Like I said, this looks very big right now, but those apples are going to sink. Okay, there we go. Put this all to one side, clean up, pop the oven on, we'll get finished. Okay, so that's your crumble ready to go in the oven. I'll put it on a tray because obviously there's going to be some oozing and stuff on the side with a bit of luck. And I want to catch some of that from going to the bottom of the oven itself. Preheating the oven to 170 fan, 190 conventional, cast mark 5 off the top of my head. It's going to go in the oven for about 45 minutes to, well, could be up to an hour. We just want to make those plums cooked, okay? 45 minutes, definitely. Right, let's pop them in, and I'll show you later. So, it's all in, it's got to wait now. I'll show you some pictures at the end. If you like these recipes, please come and subscribe. We really need your help and support to grow this channel because we love doing it, Kay and I. And we just want you to kind of enjoy normal home cooking, which is what we do. Like I said, I'll show you pictures at the end, but it's going to be good. Served with custard, traditionally, double cream, clotted cream, or both, whatever you want, whatever you fancy. But enjoy it. See you all soon, everybody, here on Big OGGIE World.